Hello friends, welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. Saturn, the planet of discipline, the planet of karma, the planet of justice, has now finally come back to its sign of Capricorn. It will stay in Capricorn till Jan 16, 2023. This is a very important 6-month period because once Saturn leaves Capricorn and moves to Aquarius, it will not come back to Capricorn for a very, very long time. So it is important to analyze the impact of this crucial transit on the 12 signs of the zodiac. My predictions are mainly based on your moon or ascendant sign per Vedic astrology. If you don't know those signs, I recommend going to an online Vedic birth chart calculator, plugging in your birth details and finding out those signs. Moon sign predictions have an impact on the mind or emotions of a human being, while ascendant or rising sign predictions have an impact on actual physical events in life. I have posted the timestamps in the description box below for your convenience, so you can click on the time that corresponds to your moon or rising sign and watch accordingly. So, without any further delay, let us take a look at how this amazing transit is going to impact each and every sign. For my Aries friends, Saturn, being the ruler of your career house, is now going to transit in the 10th house itself in its own sign, Capricorn. Now, this is a beneficial placement in regards to your job and profession. If you were feeling stagnant or not getting the growth that you desired, now slowly things will start to take a much more positive turn. You will be able to complete your projects in a timely manner. You will start to work very hard to achieve your goals and objectives. Since Saturn also controls your 11th house of money, there is a strong chance you might get a bonus, salary increment, or promotion. There is also a good chance you might get your job transferred to a desired location. Those people who had dismissed you earlier, now they will start to recognize your skills and talents, and they will give you the respect that you deserve. Those who are unemployed, I highly recommend keep applying and give lots of interviews, because there is a strong chance you might get a new job with a good salary and benefits package. Also, your overall prestige and reputation at your workplace will start to slowly rise. From the 10th house, Saturn will aspect your 12th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. This will be a good time to engage oneself in spiritual or religious activities. Doing yoga and meditation will also be very beneficial. Some people might also think of permanently relocating to a foreign country in regards to their job, because both the 10th and the 12th houses are getting activated. Your expenses might also increase a bit because the activation of the 12th house, but it might be for something beneficial such as traveling or even charity. From the 10th house, Saturn will directly aspect your 4th house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. So be watchful of your mother's health and make sure she does not ignore any health issues around this time. Also, it would not be a good time to buy a new house or sell your house, because you won't be able to make much profit. Those students pursuing primary education, such as bachelor's or high school, they will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort, and then only they can achieve desired results in their examinations. Your overall stress levels might slightly increase a bit due to this malefic aspect on the 4th house. The final aspect of Saturn will be on the 7th house, which will fall on the sign Libra. This will be the most powerful aspect, and those single people who were looking to get married for a long time, there is a strong chance that luck might finally favor you and you might be able to find a compatible partner and get married. And that marriage might be for the long haul because Saturn is a planet which denotes long term and permanence. Also, those people who are thinking of starting a new business in the field of real estate, they might have a lot of luck because Saturn denotes buildings, construction, and real estate sectors. Those who are in a business partnership, your business partner will be more supportive of your ideas about expansion and other business activities. Those who are already married or in a long term relationship, there will be more harmony and peace as long as you are loyal, faithful, caring, and loving towards your spouse. Try to avoid any unnecessary arguments, and the love and romance will remain very stable in your relationship. So, overall, a very good transit for my Aries friends, and I wish you all the very best. For my Taurus friends, Saturn, being the ruler of your destiny house, is now going to transit in the ninth house itself. This is a nice combination because Saturn is a Yogakaraka planet for Taurus as it controls a center and a trine house. So naturally, this is a very auspicious transit which will help to strengthen your destiny and raise your luck factor. You will be able to make important decisions for your life. There might also be some traveling involved as well as some long distance vacations. Those students pursuing higher education such as master's or PhD program will make good academic progress as long as they put in the hard work and effort. Those students wanting to get admission to a higher education program, specifically in a foreign country, will have good luck and they might get accepted to the colleges that they have applied to. From the ninth house, Saturn will aspect your 11th house, which will fall on the sign Pisces. Now, this will be a good aspect because 11th house is one of the most auspicious houses in a birth chart. Your long-term wishes, desires, dreams will slowly start getting fulfilled. You might benefit from multiple sources of income. You will make strong contacts and meet influential people who might be of help to you in the long run. Your social network and friend circle will start expanding. Your relationship with your elder siblings will start to improve if you have any. And if there were any issues, then those will slowly be resolved. From the ninth house, Saturn will aspect your third house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. Do not speed and drive on any short distance journeys that you go on. Be watchful of your communication in general so that people don't misunderstand you and they don't take you the wrong way. Try not to be too aggressive with anyone, or that can cause misunderstandings. Also, try not to get into arguments with your younger siblings if you have any, or that can cause a strain in the relationship. You will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort, and then only you can achieve your goals and objectives. Yes, the 11th house of desires and wish fulfillment is activated, but you will need to work very hard to achieve those dreams because Saturn is a very slow moving planet. It is a planet of discipline. So it just doesn't give out things. You will have to earn those by your hard work and effort. Then finally, Saturn will aspect your sixth house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be the best aspect. If any enemies were bothering you, or if you were getting any heat from competition, slowly you will find ways to defeat that competition and rise on top and defeat your enemies. If you had taken any loans in the past, then slowly you will find ways to start repaying those loans. If you are suffering from any health issues, now you will start to feel better, your vitality will improve, you will feel more robust, and you will start to regain your energy levels. Your everyday work life routine will also improve, and you will become very passionate about your work, and you will dedicate a lot of time, effort, and energy to complete your projects in a timely manner, which might help to impress your bosses and possibly get you a salary increment or a promotion that might be long overdue. So, overall, a very good transit for my Taurus friends, and as long as you maintain some caution in the areas I mentioned before, this transit of Saturn is going to be really good for you. So I wish you all the very best. For my Gemini friends, Saturn will be transiting in your 8th house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this will be a good transit for the most part because no planet wants to damage its own house or sign. Also, Saturn is considered to be a good planet for Gemini because it controls your 9th house of destiny and luck as well. And it also considers Mercury, which rules Gemini, to be a very good friend. So the 8th house is the house of sudden unexpected gains in life. It can definitely come your way, specifically through insurance, real estate, inheritance, through your spouse, in-laws, maybe your past investments. If you were suffering from any chronic health issues, now there might be some relief on the cards with this transit of Saturn in your 8th house. It will also be a good time to engage oneself in spiritual or religious activities. Taking up yoga and meditation will also be beneficial. You will start to develop more interest in occult studies. From the 8th house, Saturn will aspect your 10th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. But since Saturn is Bhagyesh for Gemini, it will definitely try to help you to succeed in your job and profession, whether it be advancing in your current company or helping you get a new job. Saturn will definitely bless you in that area, but you have to have a bit of patience because Saturn is a very slow moving planet, so it gives good results but with delay. From the 8th house, Saturn will then aspect your 2nd house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. So this is where you need to be a bit careful. Try not to spend unnecessary money. Instead, try to save your money and control your spending so that you don't encounter losses, so that your bank balance remains strong. Be watchful of your communication and try to avoid getting into arguments with your family members, or that could lead to misunderstandings. Also, be watchful of what you eat and drink, because if you have too much of unhealthy food, then it could cause health issues. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 5th house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. Now, this will be the best aspect. If you are single and looking to find love and romance in your life, now there is a good chance you might find a compatible partner and get into a romantic relationship, which might eventually lead to marriage, because Saturn is a planet which denotes long-term stability and permanence. If you have children, then your relationship with them will also get better and they will start to respect you more and you will spend more time with them. If you are in the teaching profession, then your students will applaud your teaching ability and they will give you the credit and recognition that you deserve. If you had invested in the stock market in the past, specifically in any type of real estate stocks, then you might see some good returns. Finally, you might make some good life decisions for yourself, which might be beneficial in the future. So overall, it is going to be a good transit for my Gemini friends, and I hope you use this transit wisely and to your advantage, and I wish you all the very best. For my Cancer friends, Saturn will be transiting in your 7th house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this will be a good transit for the most part because no planet wants to damage its own house or sign. And any planet in its own sign usually tries to give good results. So if you're single and you were looking to get married for a long time, now luck might finally favor you and you might be able to find a comparable partner and get married. And that marriage might be permanent because Saturn is a planet that denotes long-term stability and permanence. Some people might also think of starting a new business in the field of real estate, construction, buildings, and that will be beneficial because Saturn represents those things. If you're in a business partnership, then your business partner will be supportive of your business ideas about expansion or any other business activities. If you are married or in a long-term relationship, then there will be harmony and peace in your relationship going forward as long as you are loyal, caring, and loving towards your spouse. Try not to get into unnecessary arguments. From the 7th house, Saturn will aspect your 9th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. So 9th house is linked to your destiny and luck factor. So since Saturn's aspect is not that bad on the 9th house, you will have good support of your destiny as long as you put in the hard work and effort. Try not to make any important life decisions purely based on luck, as it might not support you. So try to make any decisions based on proper analysis, planning, research, hard work, and effort, and then you will have good support of your destiny. Those students pursuing higher education, such as master's or PhD program, will make good academic progress as long as they study hard. Those students wanting to get admission to a foreign country for higher education will also have better luck and they might finally get accepted to the colleges they have applied to. Some people might also go on long distance vacations or do traveling. It will also be a good time to engage oneself in religious or spiritual activities. Doing yoga and meditation will also be beneficial. From the 7th house, Saturn will directly aspect your 1st house, which will fall on the sign Cancer itself. But Cancer is an enemy sign for Saturn. So try to be watchful of your health and do not ignore any health issues around this time. If you're employed in an organization, try not to get into arguments or disputes with your bosses or colleagues, or there could be issues. Also, try not to make any major risky financial investments around this time and try to play it as safe as possible. From the 7th house, The final aspect of Saturn will fall on the fourth house, which will be on the friendly sign Libra. So this will be a very powerful aspect. Some people might think of buying a new house or selling their house for a profit, because Saturn is the natural karaka of real estate, properties, buildings. So those people employed in the field of real estate construction will largely benefit from this aspect. Those students pursuing primary education, such as bachelor's or high school, will also make excellent academic progress as long as they put in the hard work and effort. Your relationship with your mother will largely improve, and if she was suffering from any health issues, then also there might be some relief on the cards. Your overall stress levels might also go down, and you might feel more relaxed in the time to come. So overall, a good transit for my Cancer friends. I hope you use that to your advantage, and I wish you the best. For my Leo friends, Saturn will be transiting in your 6th house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this will be a good transit because no planet wants to damage its own house or sign, and any planet usually placed in its own sign gives good results. So if you had taken any loans in the past, then now you might slowly start repaying those. If you were suffering from any health issues, you will start to regain your energy levels, you will start to feel more robust, and your vitality will increase. Your everyday work-life routine will also get exciting, and you will put in a lot of hard work and effort to achieve your goals and objectives. Also, if any enemies were bothering you, now you will think of creative ways on how to defeat your enemies and rise above the competition. From the 6th house, Saturn will aspect your 8th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. If you were suffering from any chronic health issues, then also there might be some relief on the cards. Be slightly careful when driving a vehicle and do not speed and drive. There is also a chance you might benefit from past investments or something unexpected like inheritance, insurance, real estate through your spouse or in-laws. If you are in a research field, then also you will benefit from this aspect, and you might develop more interest towards occult studies, and you might also engage more in religious or spiritual activities and possibly take up yoga and meditation, which will be beneficial. The next aspect of Saturn will be on the 12th house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. Try to avoid any long distance journeys or vacations around this time. Also be watchful of your expenses and do not invest in anything risky such as the stock market or cryptocurrency, or you might face losses. So be very careful when it comes to your money and try to have proper money management so that you don't face any losses. Your quality of sleep might also get affected, and some people might suffer from insomnia due to this aspect of Saturn on your 12th house. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 3rd house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. Now this will be the most powerful and the best aspect. Short distance journeys will be largely beneficial. Your relationship with your younger siblings will improve, and if there were any misunderstandings, those might slowly be resolved. Your communication skills will become very powerful. It will be direct and to the point and will have a good impact on anyone that you interact with. Your courage will increase and you will make decisions and you won't back down from those. Overall, your friend circle will also start to support you more, and you might make some important contacts which might help you in the future. So, overall, it is going to be a good transit for my Leo friends. Just try to maintain some caution in some of the areas I mentioned, and you will be just fine. For my Virgo friends, Saturn will be transiting in your fifth house in its own sign Capricorn. Now, this is very auspicious because Saturn is considered to be a good planet for your sign because it rules a trine house and it also considers Mercury, which rules Virgo, to be a good friend. So, if you're single and looking to find love and romance in your life, now luck might finally favor you and you might be able to find a compatible partner and get into a romantic relationship, which might eventually lead to marriage because Saturn is a planet which denotes long term permanence and stability. If you had invested in the stock market in the past, then you might see some good returns. If you have children, then your relationship with them will improve and they will start to respect you more. If you are in the teaching profession, then your students will appreciate your teaching ability and they will give you the respect that you deserve. You might also take some important life decisions around this time. From the fifth house, Saturn will aspect your seventh house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. So, those who are already in a long term relationship might take things to the next level and get married because both the fifth and the seventh houses are now getting activated. Some people might think of starting a new business like a startup, and if they do it in the field of real estate construction, then it will be auspicious because Saturn represents those things. If you're in a business partnership, then your business partner will start to support your ideas about business expansion or any other business activities. Then Saturn will aspect your 11th house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be a bit careful. Try not to get into arguments with your elder siblings if you have any, or that could lead to a strain in the relationship. Be watchful of your communication and interaction with your friend circle and social network, or they might take you the wrong way, which can lead to misunderstandings. Finally, your long term wishes, desires will definitely come true, but you have to be patient because this aspect of Saturn will be on the 11th house and it will be a malefic aspect. And since 11th house is the house of desires, gains, wish fulfillment, Saturn will try to delay that. So don't lose hope and have lots of patience. And eventually Saturn will give you justice. The final aspect of Saturn will be on the second house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be the best aspect and can help to increase your bank balance. Your savings will start to improve, and your financial aspect is looking to be more stable in the time to come. There might be also a family reunion on the cards, and you might meet family members that you might have not met for a long time. You will also eat lots of good food because second house is linked to the food we eat. Finally, your communication will be impressive and your family members will take your advice and they will want to spend more time with you. So overall, a good transit for my Virgo friends, and I wish you all the very best. For my Libra friends, Saturn will be transiting in your fourth house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this is a good transit because Any planet placed in its own sign usually tries to give good results. Also, Saturn is considered to be a good planet for Libra because it rules a center and a trine house, making it a very beneficial planet. It also considers Venus, which rules your sign, to be a good friend. So, for those people employed in the real estate business, will benefit because Saturn is the natural karaka of real estate, construction, buildings, property, and those people looking to buy a new house or even sell their house can make a good profit. Those students pursuing primary education, such as bachelor's or high school, can perform well in their examinations as long as they put in the hard work and effort. If your mother was suffering from any health issues, now there might be some relief on the cards. From the 4th house, Saturn will aspect your 6th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. If you had taken any loans in the past, now you might slowly start repaying those off. If you were suffering from any health issues, then you will start to regain your energy levels and your vitality will increase and you will feel more robust. If there were any enemies bothering you, then you will think of creative ways to defeat those enemies and rise on top above the competition. Then Saturn will directly aspect your 10th house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be a bit careful. Try not to suddenly change jobs around this time. Instead, stay focused in your job and do not engage in any kind of gossiping or getting into arguments with your bosses or colleagues, or that could lead to major issues at your workplace. So try to play it as safe as possible when it comes to your job and profession, and be very patient for these 6 months. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 1st house, which will fall on your ascendant, on the sign Libra itself. This will be a very good aspect. It will raise your image, prestige in society. Those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will start to notice you and they will give you more respect. They will listen to your advice. They will consider you as a leader. Your overall destiny will start to get stronger. Your luck factor will improve. You will be able to make some important life decisions. And overall, your personality will become very dominant and you will make great impact on whoever you interact with. So overall, this transit is looking to be good for my Libra friends. Just be slightly careful when it comes to your job and profession and do not make any hasty decisions. For my Scorpio friends, Saturn will be transiting in your 3rd house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this is a very good position because Saturn is known to do very well when placed in the 3rd house. Also, any planet placed in its own house usually tries to give good results. So naturally, your communication skills will improve and you will make a strong impact on whoever you interact with. Your leadership skills will start to shine and people will start noticing you. You will be very courageous and brave and will not back down from any decisions that you take. Short distance journeys will be largely beneficial. Those people employed in the field of sales, advertising, marketing, real estate, politics, public relations, online media will largely benefit. Also, your relationship with your younger siblings, if you have any, will improve. And if there were any misunderstandings, those will also be resolved. Saturn will aspect your 5th house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. So there is a good chance that if you're single and looking to find love and romance in your life, then you might find a compatible partner and get into a relationship which might eventually lead to marriage in the long run, because Saturn is a planet that denotes long-term stability and permanence. If you had invested in the stock market in the past, then you might see some good returns. If you are in the teaching profession, then your students will applaud your teaching skills and they will give you the credit, recognition, and respect that you deserve. If you have children, then you will start spending more time with them and they will start respecting you more. Saturn will then aspect your ninth house, which will fall on the strong enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. Do not make any decisions purely based on your destiny or luck factor. Instead, make those decisions based after doing proper research, planning, analysis, and putting in your hard work and effort. And that way you can be successful. It might not be the best time for any long distance vacations or traveling. Those students pursuing higher education, such as master's or PhD program, will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort in these 6 months to achieve any desired results. It will be a good time to engage oneself in spiritual or religious activities or even take up yoga and meditation, and that will be largely beneficial. The final aspect of Saturn will fall on your 12th house, on the friendly sign Libra. So this will be a good aspect. Your expenses might definitely increase, but it might be for something that you enjoy or desire. Your quality of sleep will also improve, and those people who are suffering from insomnia might finally get some relief. Also, some people might think of permanently relocating to a foreign country in regards to their job, and that might be beneficial in the long run. So overall, a very good transit of Saturn for my Scorpio friends, and I wish you all the very best. For my Sagittarius friends, Saturn will be transiting in your second house in its own sign, Capricorn. Now this is a strong position because any planet placed in its own house usually tries to give good results. So naturally, you can expect an increase in your wealth. Your bank balance will start to jump. Your savings will start to improve. And you will experience more financial stability. There might also be a family reunion on the cards, and you might meet those family members that you might have not met for a long time. You will also eat lots of good food because second house is linked to the food we eat. Your communication skills will also become very impressive, and your family members will want to spend more time with you and they will listen to you and take your advice. From the second house, Saturn will aspect your fourth house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. Saturn is a natural Karaka of real estate, and fourth house is the natural house of real estate as well. So it indicates some people might think of buying a new house or selling their house for a profit. Those people employed in the real estate business will definitely benefit from this aspect. Those students pursuing primary education, such as bachelor's or high school, will also make good academic progress as long as they put in the hard work and effort. Your stress levels will go down and you will start to feel more relaxed. If your mother was suffering from any health issues, now there might be some relief on the cards. Saturn will then aspect your 8th house, which will fall on the strong enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be a bit careful because 8th house is the house of sudden gains or losses. And since this would be an enemy aspect, there are higher chance of sudden unexpected losses. So be careful with your money and try not to make any major risky financial investments, or you can suffer major losses. Be careful when driving a vehicle and do not speed and drive. Try not to ignore any health issues around this time either. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 11th house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be the most powerful and the best aspect. Your long term wishes, dreams, desires will slowly start getting fulfilled. You might benefit from multiple sources of income. Your friend and social network will start expanding. You might meet some new people and make important contacts which might help you in the long run. Your relationship with your siblings, specifically elder siblings, will largely improve. And if there were any misunderstandings, those will slowly be resolved. So, overall, a very good transit for my Sagittarius friends, especially in terms of wealth and finance. Just do not take any major risky financial decisions around this time and play it safe, and that will be in your favor. So, I wish you all the best and take care. For my Capricorn friends, Saturn is the ruler of your ascendant, and now it is transiting in the first house itself. This is a beautiful combination because any planet placed in its own sign usually tries to give good results. And since Saturn is the ruler of your sign, it is going to do the best for you. So naturally, your destiny will start to get stronger and your luck factor will start to support you more. You will think of making important life decisions for yourself, which will be beneficial in the long run. Your financial aspect will start to improve. Your savings will start to get stronger and you will feel more financially stable. Your health will also improve. Your vitality will increase. You will feel more robust. You will start to become more of a leader at your workplace, in your friend circle, or in your family. And those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will recognize your hidden talents and skills, and they will give you the respect that you deserve. From the first house, Saturn will aspect your third house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. So naturally, your communication skills will greatly improve. You will only say few words, but will have a strong impact on whoever you interact with. Those people employed in the field of sales, advertising, marketing, public relations, online media, politics will largely benefit. Short distance journeys will also be very beneficial. Your relationship with your younger siblings, if you have any, will improve and they will stand by you and support your decisions. Also, you will become very brave and courageous and not back down from anything. From the first house, Saturn will directly aspect your seventh house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. If you are married or in a long term relationship, try not to get into arguments with your partner, or that could lead to major issues and possible divorce or separation. But as long as you're faithful, caring, loving, and respectful towards your spouse or partner, then your relationship will remain intact and the harmony and peace will be stable. If you're in a business partnership, then try not to do anything behind the back of your business partner, or that could lead to a break in the business partnership. Also, be alert and aware of what your business partner is doing and what decisions they are taking. Make sure to stay in the loop so you know exactly what is going on so that there are no surprises. But overall, as long as you maintain good communication with your business partner, then your business partnership will remain very stable. Now would not be a good time to start a new business. You have to be a bit patient for these 6 months and wait for Saturn to move to the second house. Then you can think of starting a new business. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 10th house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be a very powerful and good aspect since Saturn considers Venus, which rules Libra, to be a best friend. So it will help you to progress and succeed in your job and profession. You will be able to impress your bosses with your hard work, dedication, and effort, which might help you to get a bonus, salary increment, or promotion, or even a job transfer to a desired location. Your status, prestige at your workplace will start to increase. And if there were any misunderstandings with your colleagues, those will also be resolved, and your colleagues will be more supportive of you going forward. Those people who are unemployed, I highly recommend keep applying and give lots of interviews because there is a strong chance you might find a new job with a decent salary and benefits package. So overall, a very good transit for my Capricorn friends. I hope you use this to your advantage and I wish you all the very best. For my Aquarius friends, the ruler of your sign Saturn will be transiting in your 12th house in its own sign Capricorn. Now any planet placed in its own sign usually tries to give good results. So naturally, those people who reside in a foreign country in regards to their job or for pursuing higher education will have good success. It will be a good time to engage oneself in spiritual or religious activities. Doing yoga, meditation, charity work will be beneficial. Your expenses might increase a bit, but it might be for something that you enjoy or desire, such as going on a long distance vacation, traveling, going on a romantic date with your partner. The love and romance area is definitely looking to be strong, and there is going to be a lot of passion between those people who are in a relationship or married. Also, if you were suffering from insomnia, then you might have some relief. From the 12th house, Saturn will aspect your second house, which will fall on the neutral sign Pisces. So naturally, your savings will start to improve, your bank balance will start to get stronger, and your financial aspect is looking to be good in the coming time. There might also be a family reunion on the cards, and you might meet those family members you might have not met for a long time. You might also eat lots of good food, go to a picnic, go for a movie, because second house is linked to enjoyment, pleasure, the food we eat. Your communication skills will also be very impressive, and your family members will want to spend more time with you. They will listen to you and take your advice as well. Saturn will then directly aspect your 6th house, which will fall on the enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. Do not ignore any health issues around this time. Try not to take any new loans, or you might have a hard time repaying those loans. Be watchful of any hidden enemies you might have, because they might try to stir up some trouble. Finally, you might feel a bit lethargic to go and work in your daily job. So push aside that feeling and stay motivated, which will help you in your daily work. Then Saturn will aspect your 9th house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be the most powerful and best aspect because Saturn considers Venus, which rules Libra, as a best friend. So your destiny will start to support you more, your luck factor will get stronger. Those students wanting to pursue higher education in a foreign country might get admission to the colleges they might have applied to. And overall, your inclination towards spiritual and religious activities will increase. And the travel area is definitely looking to be good because both the ninth and the 12th houses are now activated. So traveling is definitely going to be on the cards. So overall, a good transit for my Aquarius friends, and I wish you all the very best. For my Pisces friends, Saturn will be transiting in your 11th house in its own sign Capricorn. Now this is looking to be excellent because any planet placed in its own house will usually try to give good results. Also, Saturn is placed in one of the most auspicious houses in the birth chart, the 11th house, which is also known as the Labhasthan. So naturally, you will benefit from multiple sources of income. Your long-term wishes, desires, dreams will slowly start getting fulfilled. If there were any issues in your relationship with elder siblings, if you have any, will start to improve, and any issues will slowly be resolved, and they will start to support you more in your life. Your social network and friend circle will start to expand, and you might also meet some influential people and make good contacts, which might help you in the long run. From the 11th house, Saturn will aspect your first house, the ascendant, which will fall on your sign Pisces itself. So, with a lot of hard work and effort, you will be able to achieve your goals and objectives. Your destiny will slowly start getting stronger and stronger. Your financial aspect will improve and you will feel more financially stable. If you are suffering from health issues, then you will start to regain your energy. You will feel more robust. Your vitality will increase. Your leadership skills will start to shine. And those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will recognize your hidden talents and skills, and they will give you the respect that you deserve. You will start to command more attention, and your personality will become very dominant. Your communication skills will improve. You will only say a few words, but will make a great impact on whoever you interact with. Saturn will then aspect your 5th house, which will fall on the strong enemy sign Cancer. This is where you need to be slightly careful. If you're single and looking to find a new relationship, then don't jump into a new relationship with someone you barely know, because it might not turn out to be what you expect it to be. So be cautious. Also, try not to make any major risky financial investments around this time, whether it be the stock market, cryptocurrency, gambling, because you might suffer losses if you are not careful. If you have children, then try not to get into arguments with them, or that could lead to a strain in the relationship. The final aspect of Saturn will be on your 8th house, which will fall on the friendly sign Libra. This will be a very powerful aspect, and it will be a good aspect because Saturn considers Venus, which rules Libra, to be a good friend. So naturally, your inclination will increase towards religious and spiritual activities. You might take up yoga, meditation. You might start doing more charity work. You will also become more interested towards occult studies. Be slightly careful when driving a vehicle and do not speed and drive. Also, do not ignore any health issues, specifically if they are chronic health issues. You might also benefit from sudden unexpected gains. It could be through inheritance, insurance, real estate, or your past investments. So overall, this transit of Saturn in your Labhasthan is looking to be highly beneficial. So I will advise you to make the best use of this time. And thank you for watching and take care.